3 reasons why you should be and why you shouldn't be a real estate agent. Let's talk about it. Some people who get into real estate and they think it's just this easy overnight thing. Well, of course, you know, I'm gonna tell you that's not true. In the last 7 years of my life, it makes me feel like I'm 80 years old. But at the end of the day, I still love what I do. Like I said in my last video, 80% of realtors on average fail their first year. Very important to watch if you are still thinking about being an agent, you don't know if it's the right fit for you. Let's go over 3 reasons why you should be and 3 reasons why you shouldn't be. Now, one reason why you should become a real estate agent is your flexible schedule. You will now be able to create a schedule that's more flexible for you, your family, friends, and all your loved ones. You don't have to just wake up at 5 in the morning and rush to get to the office and get past traffic hours. You don't gotta worry about that, love. Maybe you can just stay in bed a little bit longer today. You can start at 11 a.m. if you feel like that's the best time for you to start making phone calls and asking people if they're looking to buy or sell. If 6 a.m. is the best time for you to start that. Maybe it's 5 p.m. where you're sending emails and voice messages to new buyers and sellers. Whatever time it's best for you to start your real estate career and focus on it, you now have the ability to create that schedule. You could work anywhere. You could be on vacation in Miami or Puerto Rico, wherever, and you could be signing an offer for a client all miles away from your hometown. So this is where the flexible schedule comes in, and the benefits of having that, they really start to show once you are making money in real estate too. Make sure with that flexible schedule that you are doing things that help you build up your career. Now, one reason why you shouldn't become an agent kind of goes into your flexible schedule is if you are not consistent and disciplined to make your own schedule. You need to be consistent and disciplined, even motivation, whatever. Consistency and discipline is what it really takes. You really don't think that you have the willpower to be consistent with making 4 hours a day, 5 days a week work for you to build up your career, this probably won't be the best career field for you. There's a lot more freedom, but you can have all the freedom and not get paid. So you don't want to be just working to work. Like what? Just because you are working, if you're not consistent with it, you're not gonna see the results. You definitely gotta make sure with that flexible schedule that you are able to, be motivated and disciplined enough to keep working at your career. You wanna learn how to structure your schedule, your life on a general basis first before you get into real estate, because it's a big commitment. And it becomes a lot smaller when you become more established, but it all takes time. Now, the second reason why you should be an agent is that you have unlimited income potential. You could go from 1 year in real estate making $25,000, $30,000 a year to 1 year making over 6 figures like me, consistently. We all have our certain balance and what makes us happy. And that's what's great about that unlimited potential of income is that you set the scale what you want to make. Of course, you have to work at it. You got to be consistent. You got to make it happen. Ha, Mariah. Because when you're in real estate, you have commission. You don't have salary. Salary is already set with your company. If you're working at an office that, separate from real estate, and they already set your salary for the year, you get your weekly check. But with commissions, while you have to work harder for it, those commission checks, one can be $5,000, one can be $20,000. I've seen them. It's crazy. It's life-changing. Now, a second reason why you shouldn't be a real estate agent falls into making money is if you don't know how to manage your money. Now, I know it sounds amazing once you start making money, you start getting the $20,000 checks, a $10,000 here, and $8,000 here, maybe a $30,000 here. You start feeling real good. You start flexing because who makes checks like that? Most people around you don't. But sometimes you might make checks for 2 months where you're selling, and then there's 3 months of a dry spell and no money's coming in. And this is where the commission becomes very scary. You're not on a salary no more. So you, again, could be a couple of months consistently closing deals, but then the next 3 months, you have no money. What did you do with the money you earned from the months prior when you closed those first couple of deals? Did you save some of it? Most of us don't, and this is where it becomes an issue why agents start to fail their first year and quit. You could have an agent who makes $50,000 in their first 6 months of real estate, but if they spent all the $50,000 for next year when taxes are due, Now they're struggling, now they're scared, they don't know how to pay taxes because they didn't save a little bit. Making $25,000 on salary, $30,000 on salary, to maybe making $50,000 in 3-4 months, you start feeling away, you start feeling confident. But that confidence can turn into cockiness, and you might just, fall down and you might lose everything that you built up. I'm taking more risks with my money, but I've always known how to manage my money very well. Even when I barely had money to save, I always found a way to save $10 here, $50 here, to now where I save on average $500 to $1,000 a month. 1 year, you might be paying way more in taxes, and you just want to prepare to have that money saved. So going back to the second reason why you shouldn't be an agent, if you don't know how to save money, if you don't know how to manage money, you might want to learn to do that first before you become an agent. You just don't want to be overwhelmed with all the money that comes in and potentially goes out if you don't know how to manage it properly. And a third reason why you should become a real estate agent is that it is very easy to obtain your license. Throwing shots at college. I definitely plan to go back to community college to get my degree one day, but I look at college as the secondary part of my life, not a primary factor that helps me get ahead. In real estate, you don't have to worry about that. All you have to do is be focused, study the courses, the 3 separate courses you take before your final exam, and once you pass your final exam, then you get your license. That could take 6 months, that could take a year, but it's still way less time than getting a degree in college. Boom, you don't have a lot to lose. Yeah, you spend a couple $100, maybe $1,000 up front to, get your courses, your license, exam and pass everything. But would you rather pay $1,000 or would you rather pay $50,000 in tuition for the first year? I'm gonna walk away, okay? I'm back. I got emotional. Go in, do your education, your 3 courses, get the exam passed. Now you're an agent. Now you have all this potential to go make money, still have your full-time job. Don't have to give up their full-time career while studying to become an agent, because it doesn't take so much time. The biggest thing is if you're disciplined and committed to finding time in your daily schedule every day to dedicate towards getting your license. And then after you get it, stay committed and dedicated to building business. Get in there, it's way easier than college. You're gonna thank me later because again, if you fail as an agent, you have your license for a couple of years that's active. So, dust it off and try again. And if you really don't like it after 2-3 years, then go back to college. But college will always be there. And a third reason why you shouldn't become a real estate agent is you will not be valued like you should be. Your clients, while they all will like working with you, because most clients don't want to work with somebody that they don't like, and they could pick any agent. So if they're working with you, they like you. I take in a lot of emotion from my clients. So when a deal goes bad and you're doing everything right, it's nothing you can control. But let's say the client you have, their pre-approval is not approved anymore, and you're about to close the deal, but now it all just obliterates because the financing doesn't work anymore. Your client may get upset with you. They're gonna get upset with you because you're the closest person to them in a real estate transaction. You talk to them, you communicate with them, you can go above and beyond, and they will sometimes treat you like dog. Makes you feel like, what the hell, what did I do to you? And if you're a person like me, my first couple of years, after I get off a phone call, sometimes I need a minute. I would be in my car crying, like, oh, he crying in the car. And it is what it is, because sometimes I felt like, well, damn, like I did everything right. But one thing you have to remember, even though clients can get upset with you when it's not your fault, you have to learn to not let it get to you, because even though you didn't deserve treatment, you're gonna get that type of treatment a lot when you build up your business. It's part of the game. And even though it's not right, if you are able to mentally get yourself out of the funk when a client belittles you or talks down to you, then you're going to be a lot more stronger as an agent in the long term. You gotta prepare to have people who are gonna be nasty to you, your own clients. They won't value you like you think you should be valued. Think of yourself as Anne Hathaway and The Devil Wears Prada. That's kind of what real estate is. Thank you so much for watching, and like the words of my coach, Coach B, go be amazing. Take care.